Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, we're going to take a look at Jungle Cruise Mickey from Mickey and Friends. His ability description is clears Tsum Tsum from the bottom of the screen. So it's very similar to all the other Tsums where a bunch of Tsums gets cleared from the bottom, but we'll get into the ability a little bit later. But first, let's take a look at his stats. In order for you to activate his ability, you will need to clear a total of 14 copies of Jungle Cruise Mickey on the screen to charge up his ability. His minimum score is 140 with a maximum score of 973. So the minimum scores, it's pretty good, and maximum score is also pretty good. It's nothing too amazing, but it's in that middle range. So if you are trying to find a Tsum that gets you a decent amount of score for this month, then Jungle Cruise Mickey could be one of those. And if you want to get Jungle Cruise Mickey to skill level 6, then you're going to need to get a total of 29 copies of him in the premium box. And 29 is actually on the lower side, so it's definitely doable if you want a easy Tsum to use that gets you a decent amount of coins. Now every single time you level up Jungle Cruise Mickey, the size will get a little bit bigger for his ability. And the way that the ability works is that once you activate the ability, the entire screen will freeze. So you got to keep that in mind. And then what happens is a hippo will come up and then blast a bunch of Tsums at the bottom of the screen. So one of the strategy that you want to use is before you activate the ability, make sure the bottom portion of the screen is empty, or not empty, it's actually full. So not empty, but full. The reason for that is you want to maximize your chain. And another thing that you might want to do is get rid of those bubbles, because sometimes the bubbles will get in the way and lower the chain amount. The higher the amount chains, the more coins you're going to get. So just make sure that you have everything cleared off the bottom of the screen and leave only Tsums. And if you have a big Tsum at the very bottom, that's even better, because big Tsums will earn you a longer chain typically. So this game demonstration that you were watching on the screen is a skill level 1 demonstration. But what I want to show you guys is a side-by-side comparison of skill level 1, 2, and 3, and really show you guys what the differences are. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So here we have a side-by-side gameplay of skill level 1, 2, and 3. And look at the difference here. The only difference here is the skill range. At skill level 1, the skill range is going to be extra small. Skill level 2, the range is going to be small. And finally, for skill level 3, the skill range is going to be medium. All of these gameplays were my first attempts in trying to play Jungle Cruise Mickey, so I haven't yet perfected them, but I wanted to show you guys anyways, to just show you guys what the animation looks like and what you could potentially earn with using Jungle Cruise Mickey. And overall, I do like Jungle Cruise Mickey. It is very beginner friendly. If you are relatively new to the game or just not very good at making really long chain, then Jungle Cruise Mickey is a good one because the technique is very easy to use and it gets you a decent amount of coins. Even at the lower skill levels, they're pretty good, especially for beginners. Now, Jungle Cruise Mickey isn't necessarily that great if you already have a decent amount of Tsums in your arsenal. I think out of the 4 new Tsums, Jungle Cruise Mickey is, I would say, average, maybe ranked number 2 or 3, depending on what you need. If you are looking for a good coin earner that plays the game really fast, or like the duration of each game isn't very long, then Jungle Cruise Mickey is a good option. And also his character is pretty cute. He has a little hat on and also a little steering wheel. So because of that, I think Jungle Cruise Mickey is my number 2 favorite out of the 4. However, the other 2 Parade Mickeys or the 2 Parade Tsums could be interesting to use because it's our first new power-up Tsums. So I'm going to get into those a little bit later in the week. But for Jungle Cruise Mickey, I think I would rate him as number 2. I wouldn't necessarily use Jungle Cruise Mickey for any of my missions though. I don't think that his ability is really good for any of the missions that we have for this month, but he does earn a decent amount of coins and does get you a decent amount of score as well, especially at the higher levels. At the very end of these gameplays, I will show you what I earned for coins and for score, so you can get a general idea of what you could earn. But also keep in mind that these are my initial gameplay, so my Jungle Cruise Mickey is still at a really low level. So if you get him to a higher level, your scores will be a lot higher than the ones that you're going to see here on this video. So the next thing I want to show you guys is a side-by-side comparison of the ability all activated at the same time. So let's take a look at that so we can analyze it. So I'm going to slow it down so that way we could take a look at the animation as well. So you have Jungle Cruise Mickey pops out, and then a hippo comes out, opens the mouth, and then the steering wheel quickly turns to the left and a bunch of water splashes up. And where the water splashes up is actually where the blast area is. Initially when I was playing this, I thought the hippo kind of represents that the chomping of it will make these Tsums burst. But if you pay close attention to it, the hippo actually never closes its mouth, so that's not really the blast area. And if you take a look at the size, it's pretty good already for skill level 1, 2, and 3. Skill level 1, it's almost half the screen, but if you look at skill level 3, it's definitely half the screen, and you're popping pretty much half the zooms off your screen already. So at skill level 1, it's pretty decent, and at skill level 3, it's pretty good because half the screen's already clear. So that's why I like Jungle Cruise Mickey as my number 2. So I'm going to resume it here and take a look at the chains now. For skill level 1, I got a chain of 21. Skill level 2, I got a chain of 24. And skill level 3, I got a chain of 26. So all 3 of these are very wonderful clears, and it's kind of expected for a bottom clear zoom to be pretty effective. Alright, so I'm going to skip to the end of these 3 gameplays and show you what I earned for coins as well as for score. So that way you could take a look at it to see if you want to use this zoom as your coin earner or for score earning. So for skill level 1, I got a total of 1,201 coins. Skill level 2, I got 1,327. And at skill level 3, I got 2,008 coins. And if you look at the score, they do gradually increase because my Jungle Cruise Mickey does level up as I play them. But overall, it's still pretty low because it's still a low level zoom. But it is a decent one. If you get Jungle Cruise Mickey to at least maybe level 15, it is viable for you to clear some of those score missions. So I also played a second game just to give you a comparison of what the scores might be compared to my first gameplay. So these are actually on the higher end of the coin earnings that I got on between the 2 gameplays. I didn't play more than 2 times for these zooms. Your experience may vary depending on how much experience or how much practice you already have with Jungle Cruise Mickey. So these are my second attempts, and for skill level 1, I got 1,278. Skill level 2, I got 1,456 coins, and at skill level 3, I got 2,086. So relatively similar to the initial attempts that I showed you. So not much improvement here, but I could do a side-by-side comparison and show you what that would look like between my first attempt and my second attempt for all of these gameplays. So you do see that there is an improvement for skill level 1, but it's not drastic. Same for skill level 2 and skill level 3. The score-wise doesn't change too much. It does stay relatively same in that range, but like I mentioned, as you level up Jungle Cruise Mickey, you're definitely going to improve on your points earning and also for coin earning. But anyways, that's pretty much it for Jungle Cruise Mickey. So I will be posting skill level 4, 5, and 6 really soon. So if you want to invest in Jungle Cruise Mickey, then definitely don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button. Well, that's pretty much it for skill level 1, 2, and 3. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. And if you would like to see more Tsum Tsum content just like this or want to support this channel, definitely give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching.